Just drop my... Wait one. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. I've dropped my tissue. Ooh, to wipe my glasses with. Don't you hate it when you put a bloody great thumbprint? Oh, I've got one of those hairs as well. Maybe I could have done this before we came on it live. I don't know. You know, got myself organised. Just a thought. No professionalism. Just using my professional glass cleaner here, which is actually a piece of Kleenex tissue. Right, are we ready? There we are. Hello everybody. Here I am, just casually relaxing in my professional studio with an army of helpers to help me. No one. Oh, I love this. So, hello, I must do more of this. Hello from South Carolina. And what I love is that when people watch this on catch-up, like on, not on BBC iPlayer or BBC Sounds, what a load of shit that is. But when people watch this like on YouTube or something, everyone's like, oh, look, hello, much love from Mauritius. Hello, Mauritius, lovely to have you. Hi from the Bahamas. Are you guys making this shit up, or are you really those places? Because that's pretty fabulous. Hello, hello. And what I love about, are we a bit wonky? Hold on, am I a wonky donkey? I mean, I'm a wonky donkey in every sense. Is that better? Hello from Austin, Texas. What I love about all you guys telling us where you are is that people realise we're so many. Like, there's so many of us out there from all... Hello from Cape Town. I spoke to a couple today. They came over because they liked my... Oh, well, I'll say dogs. I was just going to say boobs then. Hold on, let's have a little drink. Why does my brain think like that? Instead of saying dogs, I was just going to say boobs. Why would you do that? I'm 40 whatever years old. Just grow up. They came over to say that they like the dogs, and they're from Cape Town. So I had a bit of a moment banging on about the white farmers of South Africa, who will forever have my hearts. And they looked at me like I was a mentalist, because I'm not suggesting you. Hello from Liverpool. Hello, hello Wales. Hello Fiji. No way. Hi from Timbuktu. Yes, exactly. Skegness is here. I'm so happy. Hello. Should we just do this for half an hour? Shall I say hello, Skeggy? Anyway, people in Cape Town, sort of, some of them are jolly good eggs, and some of them have like no clue at all what's happening in the rest of South Africa. A little bit like people who live in London, zones 1 and 2, or like in the posh bits. And they still think like London's perfect and terrific. And if you put them into the heart of East London, they'd shit themselves. People in Cape Town can be a little bit like that, as can many people. Pups and puppies. Hello, Manchester and Arizona. I'll be with you soon. And so near the back end of today, I'm going to chat about America, because I will be back with you soon. But before that, I'll be in Wales, and after that, Blackpool. So we'll catch up on that. I wanted to make a specific and important point, and involves me standing up, I think. Am I on the... Oh, this chair's not creaky. Look, hold on. I'm going to have to hoik a leg. Here. Look. Would you look at that? Look. Ta-da! I know. I'm dressed like an actual grown-up. What I'm showing off to you is the fact that I've got actual... What would you call these? We'd call them a culotte. I have a culotte on. What do you call them now? Asian pants? Or is that horrifically racist? I have like Asian pants on, like you would wear if you were working in the rice fields. Is that culture? That's probably culturally, that's sort of being culturally dismissive. I have a culotte on with an Aran on, that's right. They're covered in Arans. I think they were jolly cheap from Zara. What I can tell you is they were quite difficult to zip up. I'm not keen on that when things are a bit tighter than I thought they might be. I know I'm a skinny wench, but all the same, these are a flat-fronted, a culotte with a side zip. And anybody who has any kind of, even the mildest, moderate little gunt thing will know a side zip is a horror show to try and do up. A crane pant. That is what I have. I have a crane pant on. And I put them on specifically because for Katie's Arms, I'm always in a skanky pair of denim shorts, aren't I? So I thought I would, fancy it up a bit. But then obviously, because I'm now pretending to be grown up, I had to go around to my family and walk into a room. And when I walk in, they go, oh, you look so nice. And then I walk out. That they know that that's the cute. When I go in and I go, they know that it's like in a performance, they have to go, sperm earrings, do you think? Would we say? Are they a bit spermy? I don't... Oh, I see, like that movie where she has the fringe and then it's on an ear. I don't know if they are spermy so much, but I see what you're saying. I actually got them in Sacramento, and I went into this little tiny shop and the guy was off his tits. I think I told you about this before. And he was so off his face. He was like super high and he just wanted to hug. And I was just trying to buy these, which are handmade, by the way. Yeah, that fancy, yeah. But he just wanted to like hug in the shop, which was nice. It was very nice. And he sold chocolate as well. I didn't try it because he was so smashed and I had to do a talk later and I didn't see that ending well. So I have things I need to tell you. Do my family watch this? Oh yes, look. So last week, Mumsy was on the wall, wasn't she? And I took her down. Look, I took her down early this week. I mustn't show my mum too much, otherwise she'll get cross. I took Mumsy down and we put Mumsy face down now, don't we? So that she doesn't hear my bad language. And I specifically told her something about Mary Spunk hair. Yes, is that what these say to you? I mean, if it is, good on me. Double cider. Anyway, Mum, go and watch Monty Don. So yeah, Mum's face down so she doesn't hear the language. And I told Mumsy earlier not to be watching because afterwards she says, I thought you were jolly funny, but I didn't like the language. And I say to people like that, opt out early, just don't watch. Keep speaking the truth. Can I do a solo tour? There is going to be dates next year, which I'm not allowed to talk about yet. Did I just talk about them? I don't know if the dream is actually happening, that I'm going to come crusading around the UK, but it looks like I might be. So there's that, but we mustn't talk about that yet because I've specifically been told I'm not allowed to say it. So let me tell you about my day. Let's all have a little drink, everybody. Drink, cheers. I wish I could see everybody. Wouldn't that be lovely if we had all the little screens up with all your faces on, like they do on those shit TV shows where they don't have an audience and they just put people up. But we would actually be great because we'd be drinking together. Hello to the boys that I met. If you're watching, I don't know if you are, from the Honiton country show. I met two boys who, am I Jewish? I don't know why you always ask that. I'm not. People think I am. Hooray if I am. Hooray if I'm not. Don't be weird. Also, I love Israel. Don't be weird. Anyway, Honiton show, two boys selling, I want to say whiskey, but it could have been, I'm going to say whiskey. And they were fabulous. And they watched the Katie's Arms. And hello to both of you boys. You were just so lovely. So hooray. Katie's Arms pops up all over the place when I'm out and about. People that watch along. And I just love, there's so many of us. So today, let's go through my day, shall we? First up, so 6:30. I was awake at about 6 o'clock this morning, and then I start to be annoying. And lovely Mark next to me is trying to sleep. And I wake up and I think, okay, I'll try and be quiet. And then I think, oh, balls to it, I have to get up. So 6:30, I'm up. And then I go running with the dogs. So I went running with my dogs and I run about and I do silly stretching exercises in front of the sunshine. No, I have no idea what I'm doing. There's no like, la la la, this pose, into downward dog, into upward frigging frog, into bendy weird leg this way. And oh, don't I look great in my lycra? None of that shit. There's just like basically this haggard old lady going, oh, Jesus Christ. As all of my different bits of bones are like, oh, Jesus. I do that for a while just to try and wake up my body. So people are complaining about someone and I don't know how to get rid of them. If I could work it out. Two of us watching from Northern Ireland, hello. I will get sophisticated with this machine at some point and I'll get rid of people that you want me to get rid of. I mean, obviously not people that are just criticising me, but people that are annoying you. I don't really give a shit what anyone says about me, as you know. So I was running the dogs. Then I came home and lovely men came to try and I'm getting a large mirror fitted in my kitchen. And, nice to see you at Honiton. Beckford's rum. Beckford's rum. If you can buy Beckford's rum, buy it. I don't give a shit really whether you like rum, but definitely buy it. Because the boys that run that are gorgeous and they have great teeth, great hair, and one of them's South No, one of them helping was South American, Brazilian. Absolutely my favourite kind of boy. Great teeth, great tan, everything. Everything. Okay, good. Buy that rum because of that. Some men came to talk about a mirror in my kitchen because my kitchen's really dark and I want to get sunshine in, so I'm going to reflect it. And also I just broke the mirror. And then we got chatting, and we were chatting for about an hour because they were you know when you have men in that know people? I love them. Oh, let me see if I can get rid of you. There we, I just did a great thing, darlings. The guy that's pissing you all off, I just got rid of him. That was so fun. Oh, there. Yes, whoever just said, why don't you just piss off? I just pissed him off. I don't ever do that because that doesn't matter to, everybody should say something, but now I've just pissed him off. Oh, that was good. Right. So that was the boys, and they know they're tradespeople, but it's the son and the father, and today they brought the grandson. And the father told me he has 5 children, all of them grown up, and 8 grandchildren, and they all live within a 5-mile radius of him. Is that not the sweetest thing? You see, that's the sort of thing that gets me going every time. They all live so close because he obviously is a legend. And so, bloody brilliant. Oh, I just spat. Now, I want to get to the more funny things. So then I'm outside doing a video about monkey bumming. I don't know if you've seen it yet. If you haven't, I honestly think you're missing out. In fact, shall I go and get my flag? Shall I? Hold on. You'll have to just, admire. Oh, look. Oh, what is that interesting book on the piano? Hold on, let me look. Oh, it's Help by Katie Hopkins. What an interesting... I wish I could buy one of those. Where would I buy? No, right, I'm getting the monkey bumming flag. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm coming back. I'm not sure that's what's supposed to happen on a live, is it? Not sure you're supposed to just fuck off. Right, darlings, look. This is just the most genius thing. If you haven't been on my Instagram to watch this, seriously, what the fuck are you doing with your life? Look. So I am going to put up on the flagpole as well because my neighbours, 2 of them in this road, have got... We discussed this last week, didn't we? Ukrainian refugees. So it's really a piss take about people with all their fucking flags. NHS heroes. I mean, totally love, NHS porters and all of that. But, it was a bit overdone, wasn't it, darling? Look, I'm trying to show you. Hold on. The bits are falling out. Woo! You wouldn't want that up, would you? Maybe you would, darlings, maybe you would. So anyway, yes, look, I can show you my trousers too. Hold on. Oh, Jesus. This has there, look. Darlings, are they not? Look. Hold on. Oh, there. Are they not? That's fabulous, isn't it? So, darlings, this is my monkey bumming flag. I'm going to fly it over the neighbourhood because, A, the Ukrainians, who are the same ones that I was like, who are those ugly people? It's the Ukrainians. I'm going to fly this as my... No, that is... You see, why do I do that? That's just childish. Anyway, I'm going to fly this over the... No, stop it. I'm going to fly this over the neighbourhood so that my Ukrainian people can say, what is that up on that? Why is that lady, what they say, why is the old hag flying a banana? And I can say to them, well, hey, if I won a Commonwealth Games event, like a, disabled, I could totally be disabled, couldn't I? Because I'm missing half my effing head. I could come in with this as I finish, and I could say, could fly the flag for monkey bumming in Birmingham. I better stop there, because this has racial overtones. But anyway, where do you get one? So what I did, and this is the level, this is why my journalistic experience over a couple of decades in the media starts to pay off. I googled banana flag monkey bumming. No, I think I just googled banana flag, and amazingly, at some point in Germany, the unions had this as a symbol of something to do with the Republic, German Republic, whatever. You can get these on Amazon. I must find the link and put it up there so that more of you can protect your homes against monkey bumming. And I will get this up tomorrow, mostly just to piss off the goody two-shoes without, Ukrainian refugees. Oh yeah, so just so yeah. I can see, I've got monkeys in my house. Yeah, they're recovering from the pox. The pride pox. Definitely can't say that. That's like saying, Joey Deacon. So after the monkey bumming incident, Mark and I, lovely Mark, went to go and collect bikes, which we've had refurbed, because frankly, if you allow teenage children to borrow your bikes, they're going to come back shagged, completely buggered, even though they were jolly nice bikes before. So that happened. We took them to another. We're very big on local tradespeople, salt of the earth. We found a lovely man who fixes bikes. We took the bikes to him. We're going to pick them up, okay? Take the dogs, yada, 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 lovely, lovely country living, pick up some bikes, super duper. Get to the fish pond, where the dogs like to have a little bit of a fuck about and a swim. Generally piss people off, but dogs go in the water, Tilda and Stella. They're going duck hunting in the fish pond, swimming, I don't know what this is, right? Then all we hear is splash, 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 and it's not sounding good at all. And I was like, well, maybe they caught a duck, but that's very improbable because they're shit at actually catching things. But splash, 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 and we look over and it's one of the dogs splashing, splashing, splashing. It's like maybe she's been grabbed from under the water by like a piranha. And then I remember we're in Devon and we don't have piranhas, and probably the biggest thing in that bloody awful fish pond is some dirty brown fish living on shit on the bottom. So I'm like, no, the dog is dying, but not because of a piranha. And then I'm like, lovely Mark. And it got very Love Actually really quickly. Lovely, you're gonna have to go in. Notice how big brave Katie, I'll stand up for you, don't you worry. Just call me, I'll be there. I'll flatten anyone that is in your way, which I totally will. But I was like, darling, you're gonna have to go in. And the dog's like, and then worse, it stopped. The noise stopped and the splashing stopped. And I can say this about drowning things, right? One more. If something's drowning, let's say it's a person or a child or a dog in this instance, whilst it's splashing, that's actually quite good news, isn't it? Because if they're splashing, they're still alive. But the splashing stopped. And I thought at that point it probably became critical that lovely Mark launch himself into the local fish pond and swim across to the island where the dog had become stuck on the water's line and rescue the dog. So lovely Mark had to strip off his hat, wallet, car keys, shoes, left on his shorts and his t-shirt. I think he did it in his t-shirt still because he's British. Got into the fish pond, it's bloody great big fish pond, and was swimming across to rescue the dog. And he only literally had to touch her, and then she was like, oh, yes, actually, I'm not drowning, I can swim, fine, this is fine. And so the two dogs came back, leaving Mark stranded the other side of, yes, of course I filmed it. Leaving Mark stranded on the island. And then Mark had to come swimming back. So now I'm filming, and because the dogs are back, everything's fine. I'm now pissing myself laughing. Mark's swimming back and the dogs are like, amazing. This is perfect. Dad's got in to swim with us. This is so fun. So the dogs dive in as well. And poor Mark, then we had to go and pick up bites with him, piss wet through. I guess the funniest thing is the video. And I can't put the video on Instagram because I can't embarrass Lovely Mark. Because Lovely Mark is the hero of the hour, as we all know. Anyway, oh, nearly choked on my own spit then. At this place is also where I posted the video of the Tesla drivers. Don't know if you've seen that. But essentially, all of these Tesla drivers are waiting to charge their Teslas, but there's 6 or 7 of them in a line to charge their bloody Teslas. Sat in their cars in a line waiting to get to a charge point to charge their vehicle, where they'll sit in the vehicle longer because they're going to charge it. And there was even a guy who'd finished charging his car, Tesla, and he was shouting at his wife, "Shall I move it, love, or not? Because there weren't many parking spaces left, because all the parking spaces now are Tesla charging points." And he didn't want to move his car because he wouldn't know where to get a parking space. These are the weird, it's just like watching really, really weird behaviour. These electric vehicle drivers, you know now that their holiday is about charging points, because probably they can't charge at their accommodation. They're now gearing their day up around where there's a charging point. They get into the charging point and they're queuing to use the charging point, and then they're sitting in their cars waiting for the charge to happen. And somehow that's supposed to be progress. And they think they're so bloody holier than thou. I know some people are like, "Katie, stop slagging off electric vehicles. I've got one because I like it." And I'm not slagging you off at all. I am slagging off the holier than thous who think they're terrific because they've got a Tesla and cannot see the weirdness of their own behaviour. Yes, you may be in a line to fill up with fuel, right? Occasionally. But I can tell you, it doesn't take very long compared to what these guys were going to be waiting for today in the sun. And how is that a holiday? And you know very well that all their other days of that holiday will be about charging, how to get a charge, how far they can go to get a charge. And, oh yes, that's a good place to go because we could charge the car. Like, how did that happen? And they're not thinking beyond, what does it mean when the charging points are restricted, or the supply to charge is restricted, or XYZ, whatever. Anyway, I walked down the line. In fact, one of them drove at me. I think you'll see. I think in the hope to run me over. Another one told me to fuck off. Because I'm walking down the line going, "Look at these pillocks. Would you look? These guys think they're so smashing. But actually, they're just a bunch of electric vehicle owning pillocks who don't see the madness of their own. They're sort of sitting in their cars like, you." But I really don't care, you know. Someone has to point out the bloody obvious, don't they? That you're not actually clever if you're going to spend your family holiday wondering where you can charge your pissing car. Anyway, so that's up on there as well. And then I came home, had a curry, and then I watered my hanging baskets, darling. And let me tell you this, my hanging baskets are a marvel. A marvel. I can't show them because it makes me feel like I'm middle-aged and geriatric, but that's the truth. Right, here we go. 5 minutes. I'm only going to answer things you asked me. And yes, I will see you in Llanelli on the 20th of August, and I cannot wait to be back on stage. And not about being on stage, I cannot wait to be back in a room where everyone is. And 10th of September, actually the lovely guy that runs Blackpool gave us a call the other day to say those tickets are selling really, really well and they're really happy. And I just feel like Blackpool's going to be epic somehow. It's going to be like a moment. How many children have been killed mining the lithium for the batteries? I know. It's quite a dark turn you took there. But I know these people just believe that these cars are somehow clean and efficient just because they've been told they are. They're fucking off their skulls. Alex Jones. Shit me. I've spent quite a bit of time with Alex Jones, and clearly he's been absolutely taken through the ringer for this one. But the weird thing about Alex is, as much as me and him get along, even when I got Alex on his own, just to try and break through, and normally I'm really good at this, breaking through to Alex, like, who are you, Alex, underneath all of the like, what makes you happy, Alex? And I took Alex to Skid Row, we've been drinking together. Even when I'm trying to break through on the rah, he couldn't stop it. And I just feel like in my heart, there's Alex Jones, rah, 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 into camera. And I honestly think there is another Alex. I know it. But he cannot stop, rah, because if he did, it would be like I met ladies in South Africa who terrible things happened to them. They lost their husbands, things happened to them in front of their kids, gangs and stuff. And I remember this one lady, I was talking to her, she's talking really, really fast, and blah, blah, blah. And then what we're going to do is we're going to campaign for this, and then we're going to launch this platform, and we're going to try and do this, and then I'm going to take the kids, and blah, 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 blah. She goes, and I've just got to keep going, because if I keep going, and I asked her what would happen if she stopped, because she was so hectic, and she'd lost her husband, they shot her husband, and she gave birth to her son a month later, or their son. And I asked her what would happen if she stopped, like calm. And she said, I can't stop, because if I stop, I'll fall apart. And Alex Jones reminds me exactly, in a completely different way, but of course the same, of that lady. Rah, rah, rah! Because if he stopped and was honest, say, with me, about who Alex is, it would all fall apart, so he can't. And it has to be so tiring. And the only way to cope with that is just to keep loading in whatever the shit he's loading into his face, to just keep it going. And they'll keep coming for him. And the only thing that's the reason they keep coming for him is because he hasn't swung from a tree. And that's the reason they keep coming for any of us, is because you didn't quit. And in that way, I really admire Alex Jones, because he's never quit. And the things that's happened to him, I appreciate it. You could disagree with the things he said and done, and blah, 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 but the endless and relentless attacks and his sheer stubborn determination to keep going, I just love that. Stopping paying for my electric. Yes, so on my kitchen side is Don't Pay UK. I understand people are worried about it. I understand people say it's Clinton behind it, it's Soros. I know that one of the ladies that started it is a massive socialist, but I completely agree with the idea that collectively we say we're stopping our direct debits on 1st of October, because the idea is to bring people to the negotiating table. I do not think it's okay for someone that might be able to afford their electric bill to just pay it because I might be able to afford it, because a shit ton of people who work bloody hard can't. And so I'm all in. I'm in for Don't Pay UK. I'm in for stopping direct debits. Not if you are on prepayment meters, obviously, but I'm in. I will be stopping my direct debit. I'll be stopping paying, and I will pay a percentage that I think I want to pay. And I hope that everyone takes to the streets. And unbelievably, for a child of Thatcher, a massive Thatcher supporter still, I absolutely will be front and centre of the time when we do take to the streets to protest against the poverty of working people in this country, because it's not good enough and I've had it. So, and the left won't want me there, and the socialists won't want me there, and they won't want to be infiltrated by Nazis, whatever I'm supposed to be, but I'm totally going to be there. Because I think it's my responsibility to stand with people who really genuinely can't afford to pay, and it's obscene what's being done, and it's even more obscene that no one's talking about it. They're talking about Rishi Sunak and how he managed to splurge some funds and Tunbridge Wells. No one's talking about the fact that half the F-bomb country can't pay their energy bill in October. And the thing is, when it's sunny, and I'm worse for this, because if the sun's out, I'm like, yay, sun's out, guns out, I'm happy. When it's shit, I hate the cold. I hate this country in the winter. I hate the grey. I hate miserable people. I hate pale people. I hate everything about the rain and the cold. And I particularly hate it when it's fucking freezing inside my house. This won't be very funny in October. When the sun's out, it's a bit like COVID and lockdown for the people that were into that shit. When it was sunny, they were like, yeah, not thinking about the fact that when it's shit, it's going to be really shit. And this winter's going to be really shit. So I'm all in. What's going on in this country? Oof. I did do a video on this the other day, not trying to say refer you to my earlier video, but it's all planned, it's all coordinated. I think democracy is an illusion, and the idea is, the 5-year plan is that within 5 years, I don't want to just sort of do the trite phrase of you'll own nothing and be happy, but your lives will be so unbelievably small, they will be as if to be unrecognisable from the life you used to know. And it's only generations that follow us that will believe that to be the norm, in the way that, you know, when you saw small kids in strollers with masks on, you realised that for those kids wearing a mask would be kind of normal because they had parents who put masks on a small child in a stroller. And you see how quickly that could pass down, that it will be normal you don't travel anywhere. It will be normal that you don't take a plane, BA crashing all their flights. Well, not crashing, taking down the sales of. It will be normal you don't drive anywhere, you don't own a car. You can't get a driving licence, the kids can't get a driving test, well, why bother? It will be normal that no one goes anywhere, has nothing, does nothing, and the state provides everything. But anyway, that's dark. Airline travel restrictions, yeah, all by plan. Same with American Airlines in the USA, same with British Airways. This isn't about baggage handlers, this is not about staffing. This is absolutely global, strategic targets. You know, if I was running it as a business, here's my 5-year plan. You will reduce flights by 20% this year, 30% this year, 50% the year after, and 70%. But then people will be out of the habit of travelling anywhere. So there's loads of this stuff, and I know I must do more of this, because get caught between doing monkey bumming and speaking honestly about what the shit is going on from my point of view. And I don't think I'm that wide of the mark. Okay, it's a worry, yes. Do I play the piano? I did. I played piano and violin, and I did my grade 8, and I was leader of the orchestra and all that good stuff. And sadly, I don't really play much anymore. I come in here sometimes just to whack out something. But luckily, one of my daughters plays. Brilliant India, who wasn't supposed to live, just did a grade 7. Yours. Anyway, listen, I must love you and leave you. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of Katie's Arms. Thank you to everybody who joins this on YouTube or wherever after the event and posts up hi from blah, 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 hi from Texas, hi from Colorado, hi from wherever, because that's sort of a joy for other people. So much of my Instagram or YouTube isn't anything to do with me, just like when we do events, right? It isn't my thing. It's you guys in the comments, because you guys in the comments see each other and realise you're so many. And that's what I love. And that's why your comments really matter. So please keep commenting. If you want to share your story, write it on there. And don't let anyone judge you. Just write it on there. And it doesn't matter. You don't have to apologise for saying it. You don't have to say, you might disagree with me, but fuck that. Just say it. Write down your thing and throw it out there to the wind. And if anyone does get in on you, let me know. It's your space to say what you think. And it's really important you do. I will see you in Wales on the 20th of August. I cannot wait. I will see you somewhere surprising on the way to Blackpool, but I will see you in Blackpool on the 10th of September. You can buy tickets for that still, I know. Lynelling, I know we just got a bigger venue. And then America, I will see you very soon. I am going to take to the road. And if you want to know how I do this, hold on. Because people will say, how do you do it? Or they'll say, I know you're a hypocritical, lying bastard. Actually, you've had 55 jabs and 24 boosters. Fuck off. Chapter 15, how the hell do you do that? I detail it for you in this book. So I will be on the road relentlessly across the States. Just after Blackpool, I'll fly out to the States, and I'm going to go from west to east, wherever I'm needed to help rally the red ahead of the midterms. So you will find me in California and Florida and Georgia and Wisconsin and God knows how many more places in between, DC, Washington, New York, to help rally our side. Because America, of course, you are our hope too. And I will play my part in that in any way I can. Let me know if I can help any of you with anything. I will try. This little puppy you can get this, and I do send them out with super love, and I handwrite my messages personally in them. Katie's Arms, lovely Mark just organises it so Amazon doesn't get the money. katiesarms.com, and we get to send these out. And these ones are really nice because they're hardback, and there's a message from me in the front, and also explains lots of things about how you do that. And generally, it will make you laugh, mostly at me. And that's it for this week. So, cheers to you all. I won't share the pictures of lovely Mark swimming in the fish pond, but you get the drift. And I will see you in. I'll see you somewhere on the road, and if not this year, then definitely next. Okay, see you soon. See you soon. I was going to say see you shortly. See you soon.